y'all. This is Fred HHH Harris, or you can just call me Fred or Harris or Fred Harris, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Uh, okay, well, I'm here right now. I'll be doing many things, tutorials, but just anything, pretty much. Blogs, talking about certain things, movie reviews, whatever. Not all the time, but whenever the hell I get around to it. So right now I want to talk about, I don't know, it's kind of an issue that's been going on for a while. It's a lot of people are debating who the best Batman is. And a lot of people just don't give a fuck. And for those who don't give a fuck, bye. Okay. But one of the big things that I want to talk about. I mean, I don't think anybody really counts Kilmer or Clooney or West, and I think Conroy is. He's definitely the definitive Batman, but yeah, we're talking about movie Batman right now, not animated Batman. But if it was anything goes, then yeah, Conroy wins hands down. But I would say Keaton and Bale have probably been the very two best. Kilmer wasn't horrible. I didn't mind Kilmer. But anyway, so for me, I'd have to say the better Bruce Wayne is Christian Bale. Why I say that is because Christian Bale has that charming kind of debonair, suave look to him. He's the handsome one. Okay, and Michael Keaton, I'm not saying he's ugly, but he doesn't have that playboy look down. Better Batman. They're both really good. And I loved Christian's take on Batman and Batman Begins. I thought it was new. I thought it was something fresh, and I thought it was pretty good. But a lot of people had a problem with his voice. A lot of people hated Bale's voice in that when he was Batman, because he's got the real gruff thing going on. And I didn't hate it in Begins. I didn't. But I did hate it in The Dark Knight. It was just fucking silly. It was silly. And Bale is a very, very talented actor. If you and he's a nice guy. If you forget about the whole blowing up at the DP thing, but Christian, his Batman and Batman Begins was good. Besides the fact, I don't know what it is with Bale, but he cannot fill out the cowl or the costume for shit. I don't know if it's the costume crew that just can't make one that fits him correctly or what. But in Begins, he was fat as hell. It looked like with that damn thing on. The armor was fucking terrible. If they had slimmed it down some, it wouldn't have been that bad. Again, the cowl. Yeah, like what is up with the cowl in Batman Begins? He looked like a fucking pissed off version of Porky Pig. It just I didn't get it. I did not get anything from that. He looked alright during a couple scenes in that movie, but for the most part, didn't do much for me. But his take on Batman was pretty good. And the take on Bruce Wayne was pretty good too. He actually really pulled off the kind of dickhead Bruce Wayne side there. Bruce Wayne's not a dick all the time, but he can be pretty dick-like. So I thought that was fine. Again, like I said, he's a good actor, but The Dark Knight is where he just started fucking up. Bale took his Batman voice and put it into overdrive shit mode. Okay, it went from being menacing to being hard as hell to understand. I mean, every fucking word. You had to literally try to sit there and think about what he was saying in the situation that was given. So I'm not going to knock him for it, because I know he was trying to do something new, and you should knock an actor because that is, you know, that's their life. They're acting. That's not just their job. I believe that is also their life, and that's their art form. I won't say it's their life. It's their art form, though. Okay, it's their art form, so you should respect that. But at the same time, he, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be blunt. He fucked up in The Dark Knight, and Nolan. Just to get off topic really quick here, Nolan messed up pretty bad too with The Dark Knight. But that's a topic for another video. The Dark Knight wasn't great, but wasn't horrible. But okay, like I said, another topic for another video. But anyway, so yeah, Bale and Begins, awesome. Besides the suit and the cowl, and in Dark Knight, or in The Dark Knight, excuse me, for all you snobs out there. Yeah, not so great, not so great. But now on to Keaton. Keaton, like I said, not a great Bruce Wayne, because he had the whole just afro-looking thing going on. I mean, it was the 80s, I get it. Wasn't crazy about it. And not only that, he doesn't really look like a good Bruce Wayne, but he was still a very good actor in that movie, and he totally made me believe that he was Bruce Wayne. If you can make someone believe that, someone who's watching it, I mean, not literally believe it, because if you believe that and you're over the age of 5, you're a dumbass, but he really made me believe that he could pull that off had that universe been real. Like, because he seemed very, very, I don't know, to himself, but at the same time he seemed so innocent, and almost like he couldn't do something like that. I mean, you see him out places and whatnot, and you think like, that motherfucker can't fight, but at the same time, he's whooping ass at night. So like I said, not a great Bruce Wayne on the looks, but great Bruce Wayne in acting, and that's saying a lot, considering that Keaton was a comedian. So his acting was A++. Looks, yeah, you can't knock him for that. That's not his fault. Like I said, he's not ugly, but he just doesn't have that Bruce Wayne look. And I mean, Bale does too, but the ideal Bruce Wayne for me would kind of have Bale's looks a little bit, but he'd be a lot bigger, a lot broader, about 6'3", 4", something like that, and just have a really deep voice, but not super deep. We're not talking James Earl Jones shit here, but yeah. So anyway, back to Keaton. His Batman, that is where he fucking shined. His Batman was brilliant. Brilliant. The way that he looked in the cowl was more menacing than the Batman of the comics. He looked like, seriously, if you saw him, like, you remember the scene in the tower, the big church tower, or whatever the hell it was, at the end of Burton's Batman? The way that he's looking, his eyes, his mouth, just, if you saw him walking around up there, you would get the fuck out of there. You do not want to fuck with him. He looks scary. He looked scary. So yeah, he was he's pretty terrifying. And he also, I wasn't crazy about his voice, but I will say this, it worked. It worked. I wasn't crazy about it. It worked. And I'd still prefer that over Bale's voices. But like I said, his Batman was amazing, amazing, and just scary. But in Returns, I don't know what it was. A lot of hardcore, diehard Batman fans love the Begins, or not the Begins, but Returns. Yeah, that's what I said. The Returns. Uh, Trying to think if I said that a minute ago. Anyway, yeah, Batman Returns is what I meant. If I didn't already say it. That's where they fucked up with the suit. A lot of fans like the return suit. I don't. It squeezes the fuck out of Keaton's face, and it does not look good. Does not look good at all. The mid section, it looks alright, but again, not crazy about it. And we'll go a little bit off topic here. Who had the better Batmobile, Keaton or Bale? And I'm going to say Bale for rugged, just getting shit done faster. Keaton, as far as looks, I loved the look of his Batmobile a lot better than Bale's Tumbler Batmobile. So, I mean, I'm hoping in the third Batman movie that Bale gets a kick-ass Batmobile that looks like it could be realistically made. Since, everything has to be realistic, or to a certain degree, in Nolan's universe of Batman. But, like I said, if I had to choose which one I would want, personally, just for keepsake, or hell, even if I was Batman, I'd go with Bale's just because it looks like he can do a hell of a lot more. But, like I said, as far as looks and style, I love Keaton's, and you can't go wrong with that. Again, this is Fred H.H. Harris, and I'm out. Leave comments, subscribe, whatever the hell you gotta do.